Hey, what's up, y'all? What's good? What is good? On this lesson, we gonna go over some foundational stuff. It's good to go over foundational things. Okay, we gonna stick with major chords. Major chords. Okay. Yep. Major chords. Let's go. Yes, I know it's Saturday. Some of y'all are probably going out, hanging out and stuff, but hey, I'm here. I am here. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you showing up. I appreciate you coming in. Anthony, was good, man? Fly away. Fly away. I thought I put it. Yeah. I put it on the title. Yeah, fly away. No, it's the actual song, Fly Away. Yeah, it's the actual song. I figured it's actually a good thing. I figured that it's actually a good thing to cover because it's all major chords. So sometimes, I've been going over some advanced stuff lately, I think. And for some people it's been good entertainment, maybe. But sometimes we got to get back to the foundation and lock in some major chords. Lock in some major chords. So that's pretty much what I'll be doing today. And it'll actually be a little faster as well. It'll be a faster tutorial. All right. I see people on TikTok kind of coming in a little bit. So yeah. All right. So yeah, just keep in mind, guys, that this song is I'm not even gonna say what key it's in because I don't want to really confuse anyone. But I will give you the names of the chords. So the names of the chords, you got A major. All right, A major. Let me turn this up. A major, C major, G major, and D major. Those are literally all the chords of the songs. All the chords of the song. But what I would like to show you initially is something called power chords. And some of you already know what those are. Now, a power chord is basically a chord that consists of the root of that chord, the one of that chord note-wise, and the fifth. So 1 and 5, 1 and 5. The way that you construct that is this way. I'm pretty sure on YouTube you all can see. But if I were to play a major scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here's the 1, here's the 5, and here's the octave of the 1. That's a power chord. It sounds like this. And we normally hear power chords in like classic rock, hard rock, a lot of the grungy distortion sounding music. Okay. But yet a lot of melody is written around those power chords. All right. So Yeah, so that's pretty much what I'll be going over today. Now, of course, guitar players such as like Jimi Hendrix. Obviously, we're covering Lenny Kravitz today. Used power chords heavily, as well as like blues players like I mean, you could say like John Mayer. He might do it. He may do it a little bit, even though he's more bluesy. He's more of a blues player. Okay. Lenny Kravitz kind of teeters between rock and blues, in my opinion. He kind of goes, and sometimes he's still a soulful player. He's still that. So let's get that straight. He still has a lot of soul in what he sings and what he writes. But this particular song is very power chord driven. Okay. I've already shared the chords, and I'm not going to really show like charts because we're all very familiar with these chords. Okay. These are like some of the most basic chords. And if needed, maybe I'll put a short up or, something like that. All right. Anyhow, let's get started. If y'all got any questions before I start, chime in. Those of you who are in, chime in or whatever. Like, feel free. Okay, so let's get started. A. All right. The A note is on the 5th fret. All right. There's the 5th fret right here on the E string. So, and again, we're playing power chords, okay? So the way that you construct that is the 1 and the 5. So 1, this is the 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the 5. And the way that looks is real simple. I'm playing with my index finger and my ring finger for the 1 and the 5. Real simple chords. And power chords are inside of major chords. Okay. So you could put your index finger here on the 5th fret, E string, ring finger, 7th fret, A string, pinky is 7th fret, D string, just so that you know the major chord shape. Middle finger, okay, middle finger, 6th fret, G string, so that you just so that you know what that is, okay? The rest of it, you just bar the rest of it. All right, that's how it looks. That's how it sounds, all right? For those of you who are on YouTube, here's a closer look. Right here, okay? So just keep that shape in mind. All right, so another shape is still a major chord shape. It's still a major chord shape, but it's coming from what I just showed you. Came from the E string. I'm going to show you one that comes from the A string. Okay, so let's stay in the 5th fret. Okay, and we're going to go from the D. It's on the A string, but it's from the 5th fret. So we're going to bar on the 5th fret, and then for this song, you still want to have the major chord sound. Okay. So just go ahead and either flatten your pinky on the 7th fret on the D, G, and B string. It sounds like this. All right, so the whole chord, straight major chord. All right, this is foundational. So it doesn't matter where you play the major chord from the A string. It don't matter, okay? And if you're on the E string, it doesn't matter where you play it. It's all a major chord. All of those are major chords, okay? Just different notes. Here's a A major. Here's an A sharp. Here's a B. Here's a C. C sharp. D, which is a D is here too. D sharp. E. Same shape. So hope we have that part. Hope we have that part down. TikTok, thank you for joining. Y'all feel free to chime in. I see a lot of y'all are joining. A lot of you are joining. Y'all not saying nothing though. You know I'm good for asking y'all to say something. Same thing for YouTube, man. Shoot, it's like five of y'all. Like five of y'all on here, man. Like, TikTok be getting a little bit lit a little bit. Y'all be coming in. A lot of y'all be coming in. Anyway, so we know the shape of a major chord. And the root of that is a power chord. So don't matter where you play it. Wherever, it doesn't matter. Now, where do you play these chords for this song? You basically are playing from the 5th fret, okay? From the 5th fret. So TikTok, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that's that power chord. YouTube. And I'm only playing the bottom 3 strings, 1, 2, 3. All right. And we're going to go back to the full major chord situation. All right, but just let's focus on power chords right now. Okay. So here we go. So 5th fret power chord. Then we're going to go, and that's 5th fret from the E, okay? The E being the lowest string. Then we're going to go to the A string and play a power chord from there, but we're going to do it from the 3rd fret, okay? So 3rd fret on the A string. Play another power chord. So, and one thing that I do is I actually kind of mute, for those of you who are on YouTube. When I'm playing a power chord from the A string, the tip of my finger right here is actually sort of muting that low string. So if I play it, it's going to kind of mute it a little bit. All right. So it's not going to it's going to mute it. Okay. So if it rings out, it'll mute. It won't get in the way, basically. Okay. All right. Next. So after you do that, now you're going to go on the 3rd fret on your E string, okay? So just like you did on the A, you're going to go to the 3rd fret. So the order is, all right. Excuse me, that's how that looks. And then you're going to do the same thing, the same shape that you did on the C, which was the 3rd fret. You're going to do that on the 5th fret. Okay. These are all the chords of the song, literally. Now, I'm going to demonstrate. I'm going to turn my mic down real quick. So I'm going to play it in context. Okay, here we go. That's it. It ain't nothing else. I'm gonna show a couple other things shortly, but that's pretty much, those are the songs. Now, one thing that I did though, I slid into the C. I slid into that 3rd fret. So when I started on that 5th fret on the E string, I came from that 2nd fret and slid into the 3rd fret. And did the same thing going to the 5th fret. I went to the 4th fret and slid into the 5th fret. Okay. Now, I'm going to move to the next part. Now I'm going to turn my distortion on. Not distortion, but overdrive. So it's not full distortion. All right, here we go. All right, so those are the power chords with distortion on. Advanced maintenance pros. Yes. So A power chord. Yep. don't forget the G. Actually, before the C sharp going into the D is G. Okay. So Advanced Maintenance Pros, remember here is A right here. Then here's the B sliding into the C. Okay. Then the G, which is on the 3rd fret on the E string. Then you slide from the 4th fret to the D. Okay. Oh, I'm looking like I'm peeking on TikTok when I play. My bad if I'm like playing it too loud. So yeah, Advanced Maintenance Pros, that's what I'm playing. Yep. Cool. Yeah, and that's like the simple way to play it. So now I'm gonna play it more so as major chords. Okay, so Advanced Maintenance Pros, I just showed the actual power chord way to play it, but I'm going to play it with full major chords now, which is how he plays it. That's how he plays it on the song. But anytime you play major chords, it's also safe that if you're playing, if a guitar player is playing, you can play power chords, and it works. It's like a double whammy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to play it clean first though. So no distortion, nothing like that. Turn my mic down. So straight major chords. All right, so those were major chords. So there's a difference. There's a difference between power chords and major. Major is a little prettier, but he pretty much chopped it up. So now I'm going to move to the major chords played with overdrive. Okay. All right, so that was with overdrive. Now, what I would like to say, let me turn this down. I didn't realize sorry about that, TikTok. Now, with that in mind, you really have to make sure that you use a technique called palm muting. Yeah, Ayla, how you doing? The overdrive makes a big difference, but it's like you can interchange a little bit, but the overdrive it gives it that grunt for real. Okay. And to be quite honest with you, if you play more like jazzy chords with overdrive, it doesn't sound as pleasant. So, but I like it still. And I'll show you a couple of examples. I'll show you a couple of examples of what I mean. Okay. But yeah, that's how you play it, with the clean, So this song is not like, you're not playing the major seventh. It's not playing that type of thing. Okay, like. It's literally. So yeah, so now if I put the distortion, or I mean, some people use it interchangeably, but if I put the overdrive on and try to play the more doesn't sound as good. Doesn't sound as good. Anyway, but I could put a lighter distortion, a lighter overdrive on. That's a really light, you can't really hear it. So you can crank it down if you want a more cleaner sound. But yeah, that's pretty much the song, you know, as far as that part. As far as melody, so let's get into the melody part. I never figured that out. So here's the melody, and it actually sounds. I had to play that note a certain kind of way so I could bend it down. Okay. So yeah. So that's the melody. But the reason why I didn't really want to get into what key the song is in and stuff is because it actually goes between like two keys, you know. So the chord progression actually, you know, I don't want to like confuse you. I don't want to confuse y'all. You know, that's the only thing. So think of it goes between like there's no one key that plays all major chords, like all major chords. Like in a chord progression, and it's playing 4 different chords, because in one major key there are only 3 major chords. Okay, there's the root, which is like in this case, let's say the A, and then there's the 4, and there's the 5. So there are only 3 major chords in a major key. Doesn't matter what key it's in. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind. So for there to be 4 major chords in the chord progression, like 4 different major chords, then it's like it's starting to like go outside. So it feels like it. I mean, it starts in A, so technically someone would say, well, it's in A major. So A major. Yeah, I don't want that to confuse nobody. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but the first chord is in A major. So if you were to Google it, they would say it's in the key of A major. But those other chords are not in A major, except the last chord, that D major, is in the key of A major as well. But those other chords are probably, I mean, you could say it teeters between A major and G major, you know. That's the 4 of G major. There's the G major. There's the D, which is the 4 of A major. So songs can switch keys. This is why some songs sound as though it's going in circles or whatever. You know, you can borrow from other keys and go back to the original key within one chord progression, which is that's some of the fun as well. Okay, so it's really, really cool. But it is important to understand that, you know, learn it all in one key first, and then, you know, you can, as far as writing, and then you can kind of do all the the other little stuff. All right. So I mean that's pretty much the song. Now I'm going to talk about some stuff that I have coming up, and you all can let me know if this is something that y'all want to learn, because I do get requests, and one of my thoughts sometimes is, if I show this, will it confuse you? You know what I'm saying? And that does not mean that I feel like I'm all that on guitar and stuff. It really comes down to I want to make sure that you're still motivated. Okay, so like let's say I showed you how to play a song, like someone requested yesterday. They requested "Everybody Loves the Sunshine" by Roy Ayers. They requested that. So what do? I go listen to it real quick, sit down for about 5 minutes, figure it out. And that song is like all jazz chords, nothing but jazz chords. And so let me see if I want to play that. So y'all know the song, "Everybody Loves the Sunshine." Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Everybody wants the sunshine. Dun, dun, dun. I forget which key it's in. Yeah, so everybody wants the. Then it. What's that other part? My life, my life, my life, my life in the sun. So it really does play like jazz chords. So that's one. And another one is actually a Stevie Wonder one. The song "As," A-S, until the day that. So on the verse it goes do 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 do. Then it goes to this part, and I'll be loving you always. So like showing that pass, that I don't know if I want to show that, like showing Carter, what's good, man? Showing like a beginner that, you know, that can be kind of like, okay, let me just sit back and watch kind of thing. I don't know if I can do that yet, because it does this progression is different. It's like it's a lot going on right there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a little iffy about that. I might do like a recording. I might record it, show it, and then whoever want to take it, you can take it. You know what I'm saying? But that Roy Ayers, that joint, actually that's going. Yeah, so it's not that one. It actually is not that bad. So yeah, so that particular one, we'll see. We'll see. I'll figure out how I can actually teach it, but that is a factor that I think about. Like how, like, will I be able to show people without getting disengaged? You know what I'm saying? So in some songs I take a little more time to learn it so that I can better teach it. And sometimes it is a advanced song, but I can figure out an easy way to actually teach it. So it depends. In some songs, it's kind of like, all right, y'all, I'm gonna have to like really slow this one down. Okay. So it depends. It depends. So if I have not shared a song that has been requested, just know that one reason could be or can be because maybe it's level of difficulty in terms of teaching it. Because if there are major seventh chords, you know, and some other, like that's not a major, that's like a minor 9 chord, but like a different way to play it. So going from here, da 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 da. Da 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 da. And I'll be loving you always. Da 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 da. So that's just kind of So that's why. So, all right, guys. This one will be a little shorter today. All right. So I appreciate you. TikTok, I'm going to say goodbye to you, and I'm going to kick it for about a little bit more longer with my YouTube people. Come over there if you want to. All right. They're off. And yeah. So, yeah, YouTube, I'm on here with you for a little bit. So if you got any questions that's like not on the song, I'll stick around for just, a little bit. And then otherwise, I'll see y'all on Tuesday. On Tuesday. I can tell I went out of tune a little bit. All right, guys, enjoy your Saturday night. Just wanted to hop on here real quick to show this particular chord progression. All right. I hope that it was helpful. I hope it will be helpful. Really taking into consideration different ways that you can actually use major chords. So it is possible to write a full song with nothing but major chords. So keep that in mind. Experiment with writing a chord progression, nothing but major chords. So I showed you those shapes. You could literally go there with that. All right. So, all right. Love y'all. Peace.